Welcome to Thriving Thursday. Today, as part of our ongoing planning for 2019 or the next year, if I play this again next year, we're going to talk about the second phase of what to put together to have a really successful platform. I'm going to talk about the funnel building tools of a platform today. So, phase two is where we start building an audience where we can actually build it on a solid foundation and monetize this, which is phase three, is the monetization. In phase two, we're looking at lead magnets, list building, powerful funnels, and getting all this together in a way that makes a lot of sense. Now, here's the difficult part of this, is there are a lot of moving parts in a funnel, and that's where people get really overwhelmed with all of the campaigns and all of the things that they're doing. There are a lot of different points here, and where people fail the most with this is that they don't understand that conversion matters as well. So when you don't do this, there are a few things that happen. First of all, you have local, global, if you're really going to scale a business, you need a global audience, and this is the way to get it done. This is also the vehicle for inner circle and tribal launches. A lot of people, when they come out with a new program, they will offer it in beta to their inner circle. And a beta launch is really where you offer a program for the first time at a reduced price, and you ask people to give you feedback, make sure that everything is understandable, because of course, as experts, we're thinking at a much higher level. And so, there are times that you actually miss things or don't explain things in a way that is understandable to a novice. This is also where we ask for testimonials, so that when we go out and do our bigger launches, we have testimonials from people who talk about the benefits of their programs, of our programs. We get direct communication and feedback. When you don't have a funnel, you really don't have a communication loop or a connection with your audience. And when you're unable to get feedback, you don't know if what you are actually teaching them is hitting the mark. And you don't have a place to make offers without spamming. This happens so much in the book world where, I can tell when an author has not built a solid audience because they spam people, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. And they're spamming their friends who, in most cases, really like them as people, but have no interest in the topic of their book. So you want to be able to really get that out there, get your products out there without making people feel like you're spamming them. So step 6 in all of this, which if you followed last week's, if you didn't, I highly recommend that you go back and find out those foundational steps. But step 6 is where we get into this. And a lead magnet is valuable free information in exchange for an email address. This could be in the form of a small ebook. You don't want to go out there and give away a large ebook these days. People don't have the attention span. It used to be a thing. It no longer is a thing. So getting out a small ebook, a blueprint, an infographic, that will help people see the path of where they're going. I like to give away the quiz a lot because it actually is helpful for people to find out where they are in a particular process and what areas they need help. But either way, it's valuable free information that you're giving in exchange for an email address. And we talked about content last week. This is also a piece of content for you, but it's not one that goes out on a consistent basis. So you cannot interchange this and give away a free ebook every 6 months without other content as well. List building. List building is really important. And you also have to remember, in conjunction with social media, that until people are on your list, they're not really yours. Social media algorithms can change. Your audience can disappear in a day. And I've had several people come to work with me because they have had this happen. And they spent a lot of time and money building an audience, and it just disappeared. So it's very, very important that you do this. The assessment marketing is a huge tool, because not only when you work with the assessment marketing that we do, which is not a Survey Monkey, it's not any of the ones, it's a proprietary platform. It actually is also a lead generation system for you. So it's crucial for you to not only build that list, but to be in content and generate leads from it. And then powerful funnels, really testing the market and your funnel components. A lot of people go into this and they don't really have a market strategy. It's important that you have a market strategy, that you have professional copywriting, that you have a lead magnet, that you know the psychology of your reader or your ideal client. That's another thing that seems to be a big misstep, is what are the psychographics? What are the demographics? Really deep dive into who your avatar is. It also includes a collection of email addresses, production of content, analytics, which is the conversion piece of this. Very, very important. I skipped over nurturing there, whether it's your consumer or it's a reader. It's very important that they're nurtured. Not everyone is going to want or have the resources to be able to purchase today, but you want to keep them in the game so that you're on their list of purchases in the future. Again, the analytics is the conversion and whether that campaign is working or not. A lot of people come to me and they have the funnel components in place and they've spent a lot of money getting them there, but they're not converting. Conversion is a huge piece of this and probably the most difficult piece, because if you don't have those consumer research pieces, the avatars built, you're probably not converting. So very, very important components here. So if you're not fully building your funnel, you're leaking clients and revenue. And it's your job as an entrepreneur to make sure that you have all of the pieces in place. Thank you. See you next week.